Hello everyone, it's Alessandra here. Welcome back. Thank you for dropping by. I'm very grateful. Today I just wanted to talk about something that many people don't understand before I give you a reading, that our body needs to rest to heal because it regenerates during the night, especially because it's mostly during the night that we go to bed and we obviously sleep. Some people have problems sleeping. Some people sleep regular hours, and other people, they wake up and they feel that they're not rested. But the thing is that the body's always healing. And it's obviously during the night we're releasing all the tensions of the day. So it may be that you wake up and you may not feel rested because the heaviness is that you've carried into your sleep is what is then during the night causing the body to have to overwork, or what you eat, or how you interact with people during the day. So one important thing to do is every night before you go to sleep, make sure that you revise the day. Sleep is very important, and even a nap during the day, but at the same time, revise your day. And instead of seeing the things that didn't go right, remember we are energy beings, and just like we turn off our computer at night, we delete the files that we no longer need, or we archive them, or we close them to work on in another moment. So the same way that we do that with our computer and all the apps, we need to do with our own mind and allow the body to actually go into a state of sleep where you are bringing in positive energies from the day rather than rethinking and overanalyzing and stressing about and worrying about things, because the problems won't go away during the night. They're actually the ones, the energy is what actually causes you to feel so tired when you wake up. So make it a point, if you can and if you're willing to, but anyway, just give it a go, to spend 5 minutes before you actually go to sleep in revising the day, but in a positive way. Find the positive aspects of the day and make a point of closing those files, I call them files, in the computer system, which is your mind and the body, that you can't do anything about. There is no point bringing them with you during your sleep. All the worry, the tension, the concerns have no bearing in your night because you're just churning them during the night. Your body never really gets to have a rest, and that critical thinking of the mind keeps that computer not out. It just wakes it up. Instead of staying even in standby, it sort of clicks it back on all the time. You might wake up during the night and you find yourself rethinking of all those things that didn't go right. Well, instead, you can create a nice new folder before you go to bed with affirmations, with prayers, with whatever you feel like, meditation, some music, bringing up the good things during the day, and instead of revising them in a negative, imagine that they all worked out well. So gratitude and letting go as well are very important. Now, then the body can go into a very restful situation and feel rejuvenated in the morning. And during the day, if you are having a heavy day, it is advisable, and I know people go, I can't have a nap during the day. That's lazy, that's crazy. No, it's actually good. 10 minutes can actually restore that energy field within you and just release those tensions that you have. Going for a walk as well is good. But make it a point before you go to bed at night to do something to close down those files. Imagine that you are turning off a computer, and what you are doing is you're deleting what you no longer need, so the stuff that didn't work. You are saving those beautiful things, those that happened, and you are grateful for them coming to your awareness. And you're archiving stuff because it's work and you don't need to do it during the night. It's not going to work itself out. And ask your soul to bring new ideas and new solutions to your problems, but then go to sleep restfully, taking time to allow your body to recover from the day. And if you do wake up in the night and something is sort of bothering you, just remember to bring up something, even unconsciously you can do it. You're creating a new habit when you do that. It takes 21 days to create a new habit. So, you repeat it. I'm happy, I'm okay, everything is always working out for me. It doesn't really take much, but of course we need to do it. but your body will then feel more rested when you wake up in the morning. And sometimes, like it happens to me, I wake up and I get the intuitive responses or things that I need to know to solve some problem that I thought I wasn't going to be able to solve. So ask the questions, but then let them go. You're not the one that needs to find the solutions. So on the flow of that, I just wanted to say that because I think, sometimes even by just giving what my experience is or what I suggest, it might come back to you further down the track. And you might find yourself at night actually doing it autonomously. And you go, I'm just going to give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 21 days, and then something shifts. So I know it works. I can say that it works. But of course, that's my story. So now I'm going to pick a card from my Native Americans again. Let's see what they bring to us today. So these, I consider they are connected to the earth. So these cards I use when I want to reconnect with Mother Earth or have a more ground level grounding energy coming through. So let's see what they bring to us. They're a bit slippery. As usual, I say I need to put them on the side. So I have the 2 of air, and it's inner peace. Beautiful card. Now you see 2 feathers and 2 hands. It looks as if it's the same person, maybe not. No, it isn't. It's 2 different people. This can also mean, so it's black feathers, and there's a moon that you can see. And so how do you find inner peace? By letting go what happens during the day, by tapping into that energy that is within you, because all the answers are really within ourselves. How do we find inner peace now? By making decisions that we want to empower each other and that we want unity and we do want peace. And therefore those 2 feathers are 2 people, 2 nations, 2 communities, whatever you want them to resemble. It's time for us to make a decision. So the 2 of air is the 2 of swords in the minor arcana, and they're about making decisions, but the 2 is about unconditional love, finding that balance and finding that intuitive space within us that will allow us to not see the roughness of the storm, but see souls within our communities. And we're all willing to make that choice, because we need to make a choice first to find our own inner peace, and then that peace will be rippling out into the community. Now, the predictions are not predictions for me, because I obviously am giving you a message. And of course, I'm rippling it out and empowering anyone who's willing to listen to it. So right now, within ourselves, there are a lot of things that we are sort of are being brought up, relationships that are not working, situations that are causing us to feel unloved, isolated, whatever it is that you feel, rejected, neglected, all of these things, abandoned. Those are energies that are not going to bring inner peace. So of course we need to look at what created it, if we can reconcile it at least within ourselves and letting it go, using forgiveness, because forgiveness isn't really about the other person. Forgiveness is about our energy and being held up in situations that are long gone or that we don't really need to make sense of. What's the point of holding them onto our own energy field? There is no point. Of course, there are bigger matters, there are huge things, but let's allow God to take care of that and be guided on how we can overcome them, rather than trying to figure it out and always pushing ourselves into a corner. So this is a good card to have, and I'm going to pick another one because I feel that there's more to this. So remember, we are in charge of making a choice, and that choice can be that we alone make it, but we'll feel better about it. So let's see what else has come through. 8 of water, stagnation. Interesting. So first, here's the solution, and here's the problem on this side. As you can see, there's stagnation. And what is stagnation? The word itself doesn't really feel good, does it? Because there's something that's not working, something that's like, in this case, there's stagnation of whatever was in those bowls. The water is not moving, there are rocks. So we're not moving water, we're not moving energy. This is about energy, and it's about letting go of a mindset, letting go of things in our mind. But this is more water, so the energy of emotions. But it's a number 8 card. So the number 8 is number 8 of cups, which always brings us to our emotional aspects, which matches perfectly well with letting go. We need to make a decision that that stagnation is no longer what we can accept. And therefore, we're going to make an effort to ensure and make a decision to move away from that stagnation by telling a better story about our lives. So the 8 is the vision. Usually the 8 is a person who has a high concept of big projects, big ideas, and the humanitarian, because they do it for the higher purpose of everyone else. So the energy of the 8 is inviting us to have a dream, to put out better and more empowering visions for ourselves and for our community, if that's what we want to do, for the global situation. But it's also saying right now we're in a moment of stagnation. Yes, there is a decision that needs to be made, but there's stagnation. And this can be that we're not in charge of how it's stagnating, but we're in charge of the decision that we make to not allow it to hold us back from our inner peace. So let whatever's happening in the world, let it happen. There's a higher being because God is taking care of. In His timing, He will make Himself known. And He will create a movement in this stagnation. In the meantime, we can find our inner peace and make a decision to find that inner peace on the inside, but also ripple it out on the outside to everyone that we encounter. So bringing peace in our lives. Stagnation, if we're holding on to things, well, let them go in your own personal sphere. But the larger community, the bigger problems, instead of pushing and trying to get them all sorted, let's see what God brings to us. The universe, the cosmos, anything that you believe in. Let's see what comes through in that sense. The 2 cards are very good together. They're giving us the capability to understand that, yeah, we're stagnating if we're not holding and we don't have inner peace. But at the same time, we're making a choice with the 2 of swords. They're feathers, but they're swords. We're making a choice to not hold on to that stuff. And we're going to let it go. And finding unconditional love for ourselves, trusting our intuition, finding that inner peace, letting it go. It's time. Stagnation, well, we're not in charge of all of the stagnation. Let's just take care of what is our responsibility and what we are accountable for. The rest, as we do it, the bigger stuff gets resolved as well. Okay? I think it's a beautiful message today. And it fits well with what I said at the beginning. So don't bring into the night anything that is not helpful, is not empowering, and keeps you stuck in the tension and in the worry, because your body needs to actually release it all before it goes to bed. Just release it from the body. Imagine that as you go to sleep, there is a beautiful blue light that is flowing through your body and clearing it out from all the stagnation of the day. See, the stagnation word fits well. And feel that that light will be working through your body all night to heal it. Blue is always the healing energy. So with this, I'm going to leave you, and I'm so grateful for you all. Thank you. Until next time.